Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Auburn versus Kentucky college basketball matchup on Saturday, February 17, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, who have big bankrolls, looking for one-on-one concierge style service. We call those the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays, but they're not available on the website. You've got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets, text that number. But let's get to this one. Auburn taking on Kentucky. It is blue blood action here in the SEC. Auburn, an elite team, and we saw them last time out just absolutely crushing. It was one of the more one-sided games that you will ever see. Auburn just pounding South Carolina 101-61 on the heels of them getting absolutely demolished in the swamp by the Gators. Tell you what, Bruce Pearl has a very, very talented team here in Auburn. And, you could take a lot of these SEC losses that, a lot of these teams have that we talk about in these videos. Of course, we cover at pickdawgz.com. And a lot of these games, these are just conference games, and that's just the way that it is, not just in the SEC, in every kind of conference. But Auburn fully capable of beating anyone on any given night. Meanwhile, Kentucky, they looked very, very strong earlier this season, but as of late, it has not been a pretty picture here. They've lost 4 of their last 7. They did win last time out, beating Ole Miss at home to end that 3-game losing skid at Rupp Arena. Rupp Arena was built in the mid-'70s. They had never had a 3-game home losing streak until this season. So I would say John Calipari skating on super thin ice there in Lexington. And I think that this Cats team, like I said, earlier in the season, they were kind of really rolling right along. We saw them, win in a lot of big games. But the thing is that this team, normally we see Kentucky teams, when Calipari's built them, at least under the old style, it was like this transitional thing where every year he would cycle out his freshman class. They would turn pro after 1 year, and he would bring in a new class. They would start to come together as the season went on and then peak around this time of year. So this is really the inverse of what we've seen from Kentucky all of those years, where this team is just not playing very well right now. I mean, the Cats shoot the ball ridiculously well. 40.7% from beyond the three-point arc. That's the second best in the nation. They're also 15th best at shooting in the nation. But Auburn, the second best defense in the nation and 21st at guarding the three-point line. Kentucky, they don't miss their free throws when they have chances too. 75.2% from the charity stripe. Auburn, 76% from the charity stripe. These are two good teams, but where the rubber meets the road is that Kentucky's defense isn't very good. And I think that's where it all comes down to it. I think they have times where they play really well, but man, when they fall apart in a big way defensively. We saw that against Gonzaga, and up against this Auburn team, who, even though they don't shoot the three very well, they do everything else well on the offensive side, and I think that's where Kentucky's going to have problems. The thing is, we have a really big number here, and we know that Kentucky, full of All-Americans, full of a lot of pride, and Auburn, it's tough to blow out two teams like that 2 games in a row. I'm going to take Kentucky plus the points here in what it probably is a somewhat competitive game. I think Auburn wins. I think Kentucky covers, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.